So my name is Trevor.
Trevor.
I am from Ireland and I am a full-time teacher, part-time drag queen, host, stage manager, lackey for a queer collective, Gender Funk.
My best friend is Irish. Irish people are cool.
Oh, we're the best. Yeah.
Irish people, do they like have a certain look or anything about them?
Usually drunk. Yeah. So maybe like a little bit cross-eyed a lot of the times,
How long have you been in Vietnam?
So I've been here for just over 2 years. Still loving it very, very much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And why did you choose Vietnam to stay and work?
You know, this is such a bad question because I don't have a good answer. I should really think of a better answer. But I was working in finance back in Ireland. I had a pretty good job, but it was one of those jobs where you wake up in the morning and you want to put a gun to your head and pull the trigger. And then you want to do that on the hour, every hour while you're at work. So I just said, one day I need to move to Asia. I'd already been to Thailand. I liked it, but I didn't want to live there. So I chose to come here. Meant to be here for 1 year, and it just keeps getting longer and longer and longer.
And do you think you're going to stay longer?
I don't know. Like, I can't plan very far in the future because maybe tomorrow I'll wake up and be like, peace, and get out of here.
Right.
How long have you been here?
6 years.
6 years? Holy sorry.
Why?
Can you put it like a... Help me, editor. I love the little editing bubbles and things that pop up. Yeah. So right now, editor, I'll have like maybe like a little rainbow, maybe like a little speech bubble, a kiss, anything you want.
And how is your life in Vietnam?
It's great. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like up and down. Like I find like living here is very wavy.
And what is the most interesting thing here in Vietnam?
Right now, I've really come into myself as a performer. So as I said earlier, I'm part of the drag collective Gender Funk. So I was like helping all like the baby drag queens, like with their performances and their stage presence, but always in the background. And then recently I had the opportunity to like start coming onto the stage and hosting because luckily the founder Ricardo got sick, which was great for me. I was like, get back to the UK, and I took over for a short period of time. So it was really nice to add this to my list of skills. Is that a skill? I don't know. Putting on tights, is that a skill?
Definitely a skill.
Check.
Have you been like that since childhood, where you've been into theatre, putting on tights and wigs and stuff?
God, jeez, I just got like a flashback to a memory of being in my mom's room and like trying on one of her dresses and a pair of her heels and my brother coming in, and I think I like hid behind like a stool like this on the ground, and he was like, what are you doing back there? I was like, nothing. But yeah, no, I've always kind of been into theatre and show. My dad really pushed rugby, football.
Rugby is very like popular in our countries, and it's like the sport for a man to do. And you have the perfect shape and figure.
All I have is the shoulders. Like
right?
when I was growing up, everyone was like, you're gonna be so good at rugby, you've got the shoulders, but what I'm missing is everything else. So yeah, my poor father, he tried to push me into all those sports, but they just didn't stick. And I just fell into theatre, where I kind of found the weirdos and the creatives. And it just suited me so much better.
And how did your parents feel about that?
Well, my mom... My mom has always wanted a daughter. You wanted a daughter your entire life, like here she is. I have 2 older brothers, so like they had the boys doing that, so, and they're older, so by the time it got to me, they were kind of like, nah, you do what you want.
So when exactly did you come out?
I came out when I was 17. So my family are very, very religious. Ireland is like super Catholic. Like, I was really, really scared to come out. I'm also from the middle of nowhere, so like think of those when you're driving to like Dalat and you go through those small little towns, smaller than that. Like all we have is a church.
Basically farmhouse, right?
Literally, yeah. So like my neighbors are cows. Like that's all I have.
My neighbor's a cow.
Yeah. I'm not even joking. Like growing up, I would go out into the field and play with the cows. I was like,
play with the cows.
I think that was later in life that I started doing that. I didn't know anyone gay. I didn't have any gay references. I didn't know what gay was until I was around 12. And then you go to secondary school, and then all of a sudden, everyone is telling me that I'm gay every single day. They're like, you're gay. And I'm like, getting a dictionary. I'm like, what is this thing that I am? Oh, I like boys. Years and years, more and more people are telling me that I'm gay, but I didn't feel it. I didn't feel anything. I wasn't attracted to girls. I wasn't attracted to boys. I was just attracted to Britney Spears. But yeah, when I got to be 17, I was at a bar in my town. I guess there was 2 gay people, and I'm on one side of the bar, and this guy is on the other side of the bar, and I'm like having a drink, and our eyes just like, literally like that. We just locked, and we went, you're like me. And we just like walked across the bar and was like, hey. And we were like friends. Yeah. Do you like boys? And we just were friends for like a very, very short minute.
Like 1 minute.
Like literally, we said our names, we were friends, and then bam. But no, as soon as I kissed him, I was like, oh, holy like I'm oh, God, cursing. But I was like, yeah, I'm gay.
So you kissed him first when you were 17 in a bar?
No, not in the bar. I think in the alleyway outside the bar. That's where the classy people go, into the back alley. I think maybe we were having like a cigarette and the smoke and the moonlight.
And then suddenly,
bam. Yeah. But that was it. So then I had to tell my parents. I was terrified because, as I said, my dad is the big rugby man. Like, my mother goes to church like 3 times a day, so I wasn't sure how they were going to take it. So I woke up one morning and my boyfriend texts me and he's like, you need to tell them today.
So wait. The guy that you kissed in the bar, behind the alley, was your boyfriend?
So, I would say it took 2 days, and then we were boyfriends, because there's nobody else there, you know what I mean? Like, it's me and him. It's him or the cow, so I was like, all right. We were boyfriends, like that. So he texts me and he says, you have to tell your mom today. And I'm like, no, I can't. But he's like, no, you've got to do it. And I'd like messaged a bunch of my friends, been like, well, I think only 2 of them knew, so I was like, I'm telling my parents today, can I stay in your house if things blow up? And everyone was like, yeah, of course. So like I had that backup plan in case like something went wrong. And I told my mom, I was like, I have something serious to tell you, but I can't tell you right now. And my poor mother, like all day, she's like, so tell me now. And I was like, she like locked me into a room and she was like, you're telling me this, you're telling me right now. And I was like,
Did you cry?
I cry. I was like Niagara Falls coming out of my eyes, like clutching. I was like, and I was like, I'm gay. And she's just like, I know. She was like, you asked for a Britney Spears album every year for your birthday. She's like, we're not stupid. And I was like, all right. So that was that. She was like, I thought you were like sick or something because you were telling me this. But then the biggest regret that I have in life is I didn't tell my dad, because I just couldn't I think it was a thing of like man to man. I just thought that would be the biggest letdown to my dad. So I didn't tell him. I told mom to tell him. And I'm like shaking on the couch, like, is he gonna hit me? And he just comes over, like kisses me on the forehead and says, I love you more than diamonds. He's like, I love you no matter what. And I was like, thanks, Dad. Thanks, bro. Shortly after that, I moved to New York. And New York is like the place in America where everyone who's been like kicked out of their house, so I was really lucky.
Why do you throw someone out in the streets because of who they are attracted to? It's terrible, right?
Yeah.
You're very lucky with your parents.
Super lucky. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
Oh, I'm just confused that when you go to school, why your friends can see that you are gay.
Have you met me? I've always just been drawn to women, so all of my friends are always women. There was one day where I was like, okay, today I'm gonna hang out with the boys. And I think it lasted 5 minutes, because we were just walking around, they're like, oh, did you see that football match last night? Oh, that girl over there, look at her. And I was just like, oh, this is the worst 5 minutes of my life. And I could go back to my girls and we're like, who do you think is cute? Yeah. Really, really obvious that I was gay. Like my obsession with like Britney Spears is just like, couldn't hide it either. But I didn't necessarily think that these things were gay. I just thought that these things were Trevor. So like everyone's like, well, this means you like boys because you like these things. I was like, really? Is that how it works?
Right?
But yeah, everyone just knew I was gay back then, before I did. I wanted one person to be like, no, not you, Trevor. Yes, me. Everyone was just like, duh, bitch. Beep.
So obvious.
Oh no, that's not true. That's not true, because now I live in Vietnam. No one knows I'm gay. So like I'm like teaching and I'll have 20 students, and then at the end of it I'll say a line like, oh, like me and my boyfriend, we do this, and everyone just goes, you're what? And I'm like, my boyfriend? They're like, you're not a gay, are you? And I'm like, yes. They don't know. It's amazing. I think like they're just trying to get past like the whiteness and the accent, so they can't see the gay. It's great. My friend worked with me for a while, and she had a group of students in her class, and she was like, well, you know the way Trevor's gay? And they were like, Trevor's not gay. And she was like, no, no, he is. And she was just like, seriously, guys, how do you not know that man is gay? I think they did like bullet points of how to detect a gay man. It was like, have you seen him walk? Have you seen him talk? Yeah.
About your love story, the man you met in hometown, right, is your first love?
So I dated, his name was Mark. I dated him for...
Mark is the guy, sorry, from the bar.
But Mark is the guy from the bar, yeah. Now, we didn't stay in the bar. We had a relationship for around a year. So again, I just have like the perfect first relationship. He did eventually cheat on me, but...
He cheated on you?
Yeah.
With who? Because...
We left the bar, we left the town, and we moved to the capital city. Yeah. It was the cow. He cheated on me with the cow. That is very Irish.
This relationship with Mark, was he your first?
Yeah, definitely my first. You know what it's like, as you, like, the more and more relationships that you... Oh, my first.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like, was he your first, like...
This, yeah.
Yeah, you know,
he was
like
my
the
first. My first, yes. Oh, no, I didn't take his. He took mine.
Ooh,
yeah.
okay.
He was a slut. He already had a boyfriend before me.
What awkward emotions or awkward things does a gay man go through?
You know what ruins everything? And it's gay porn. Because it's just like, it's not how it is. No, first of all, nobody looks like that. Second of all, things don't go into other things as easily as they are perceived in videos.
Look at you laughing.
So it was like, I mean, the first time like that we like first started to like experiment, it was all very like innocent and just like a little ooh, maybe like a little hold the hand. Oh, it was just a nightmare. I remember like we were like because just nobody was prepared. Like we just like in the video it just goes whoop.
Right?
But then like
where's the Vaseline? Where's
that like forceps thing to like pull it back? Turn off now, Mom. Press pause.
Why are you laughing? Anal experience are intense.
Oh, that's like, one word for them. Yeah, they're definitely intense.
Like, you've never been there and you've never felt anything there and you don't know how to go in there. So when you do
there's only one end. This is one door.
Right? Anal experience for me happened only one time in my life.
What?
And never again.
Really?
Yes, because...
Were you prepared?
No.
You gotta just prepare next time and try it again.
I'm very shy.
Why I'm here?
Hey, don't talk like you've never had anal experiences.
I have, but it is so
beautiful,
tender,
amazing,
romantic.
Okay, for me, no, because like I'm not an anal girl.
I feel like that's going to be like the name of your perfume. Anal girl. Anushka.
So are you the big spoon or the little spoon?
I prefer to be the big spoon. Mm-hmm. Maybe if it's your birthday, I might be the little spoon or...
And you, Tuân, are you big spoon or little spoon?
Big.
Ooh.
I think actually my spoon is not too big, but I am a big spoon.
Why am I even here? He's a big spoon. What's the point of this? It's not about the size. It's not about the size of the wave.
Yeah.
It's the motion of the ocean, or something like that. Yeah.
After your first love experience and you guys broke up, I imagine you were being very heartbroken.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
on.
I remember like telling my mom, like, I'm gonna kill myself, like I can like all of this, but...
I was very similar.
At this stage now I'm like a professional, so it's like, see you later. But like I'm very good, like at the start, like you have your like, your first breakup is obviously always your worst, and then your second...
Romeo and Juliet.
All of that, the dramatics. And then the second one is a little bit easier, and now it's like, rip the Band-Aid.
Since we're talking about breakups, can you tell me like what has been your most intense breakup?
So when I was in New York, I had a boyfriend, but unfortunately my visa ended. So I had to move back to Ireland, but we tried to do it long distance. The plan was always that I would try to go back there, or maybe he would try to come to Ireland. And then I remember it was Christmas, and I'd sent a bunch of presents and stuff over to him and his family. And I rang him being like, did you send me a Christmas card? Like, did you send me anything? And he was like, no, I didn't send you anything. So are you cheating on me? He was like, yeah, I am. And I was like, okay, cool. But I'd already booked flights to go to New York. I'm going anyway, so I have to. So I was like, okay, I forgive you. Because I have to go on holiday with you in 2 weeks, and I don't want to waste the money I spent on the flights. So I went over. We had like the most awkward 2 weeks ever. I think like I'd landed in Ireland, and I was like, okay, done. Phew. It's over. The worst thing about that was he has my cat. I don't like cats, but I love this cat. Oh, that's my baby.
Breaks up and steals another person's cat. If somebody had to do that to me, or even my dog.
Why is your dog second to your cat?
Like dog, cat, whatever, yeah. My pet. Do not take my animal. Right now in Vietnam, have you had any serious relationships?
Yes. That's a transition period with a guy at the moment. So yeah, I've been dating someone for around 1.5 years. We actually live together while I'm transitioning out of the apartment. Yeah, I'm moving out at the moment. I've had a really, really nice 1.5 years. He actually came to Ireland this summer to meet my parents. We'd met on Tinder. I think he sent me one message and I didn't respond, and then fast forward a few weeks and we're at a drag brunch. He like walks up to me and says, oh hey, and I was like, who the hell are you? And he was like, it's me from Tinder. And I was like, that is not good Tinder etiquette. In my mind, I was just like, that's a little bit crazy. Fast forward, we're in a bar a few weeks later, and we just happened, he was sitting here with a friend talking, and I was sitting here with a friend talking, and I could overhear the conversation. And I was like, that guy's actually kind of funny. And I was like, let me give him another chance. So then I think I messaged him on Facebook or something. I think we swapped pictures.
What kind of pictures?
Pictures of my cat. And then we like met up for a date.
In the alley.
Where else am I gonna go? Because he actually lived in, I'm gonna butcher this, he lived in Buoc. He lived there for a long period of time, so it was long distance. And then he moved back and we lived together. But we've just turned into a old gay married couple. And it's like, you never wash up the dishes.
Talking about your relationship, I think it's quite normal to have a break especially when you like get very serious very soon. But you kind of pick up on somebody's like bad habits.
The one boy thing about me is that I'm so messy. I just love to come in after work and just like throw that trousers there, a shoe over there, like throwing shit everywhere.
And never taking my plates or cups to the kitchen.
No, I love when they just do it themselves. You know, they just magically go over there.
What was the biggest problem that led to the breakup?
I suppose the more time you spend together, the more you realize, like, you just have two very different ways of dealing with some things.
Everybody has different ways of how we attach to someone and how we deal with attachments with other people. When you were speaking now, I could clearly see me and my boyfriend. I'm the messy one, he's the neat freak, and he's the one saying things, and then I tell him he's rude and he gets upset, and it's just bickering all the time.
Yeah. But you can't really give people advice on relationships because every human being is so different and so intricate in the way they think. Put them together, it's even more complicated, and then add another person's ideas to that, and it's like...
So, can you compare about the LGBT community in Vietnam and your country?
I guess they're quite similar in a lot of ways. So Ireland actually, 5 6 years ago, became the first country in the world to legalize gay marriage by referendum. I think it was 63% for gay marriage. Up until that point, it was really, really tense. Like, if I walked down the street holding a hand with a guy, like, people would throw stuff at me, like, I would get attacked in bars. But hey, we won. So, screw you. And now it's better. Like, now it definitely is much better. My experience in Vietnam has, maybe people don't know I'm gay. People, I just find nobody would ever say anything on the street. Nobody gives me dirty looks. Like, when I walk down the street in drag, in Vietnam is where I've really started to explore, like, with my gender and like my sexuality, and I've really started to embrace like my feminine aspects, like, in Vietnam, through like this beautiful community of like gay people and lesbian people and non-binary people and trans. I actually feel really, really comfortable with like my sexuality in Vietnam, more so than in Ireland. If you're not a specific type of gay, then you're not welcome. So if you're not like buff, attractive, masculine, check.
You are buff. You're tall, sleek, handsome.
Yeah. This year, Gender Funk, we did one of the biggest gay pride parties, like for Vietnam Pride. And then like we're on Nguyen Huế, walking down, and it was just every type of person was there. Everyone was so happy. Like, it was honestly one of the best days of my life. And it was just so beautiful, running around with flags and woo Vietnam.
Do you have any message for the LGBT community?
A lot of times when we hear about these coming out stories, it's quite negative. And while I do think if you're going to come out, you need to have a safety net. In case things go wrong, who are you going to stay with? What are you going to do? But it's not always negative, and there's always someone there. Even if it's not your biological family, there's a queer family there that are going to like pick you up and support you through this time. You don't have to be everything at 16. You don't have to know exactly who you are as a person, what type of gay you are. Like, I'm 28 now and I've just started putting on tights and a wig, and I'm like, I'm living my life. But you know what I mean? I never could have dreamt that like at 20 that I would be comfortable doing that. But like, the older and older I get, the gayer I get, and I fucking love it.
We've come to the part of the show where I'm gonna give you a gift.
Oh, is it your number?
So
thank you so much. That's so sweet. I didn't get you anything. Wait.
No, this is for no.
Here you are. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for the flowers.
You're welcome.
And for being on the show with us today.
Thank you. I've had so much fun. Thank you both so much.
Thanks for coming here with us and share your story.
Yeah, no problem.